Going to the World Championships in Budapest, Noah Lyles aimed for a hat trick.
Right. What do you kind of say to people who might be doubting your abilities in both events?
I'd say that they got a lot of doubt in themselves. I believe in me.
During the semifinal, he reinforced his intent to secure 3 gold medals with a simple yet immensely powerful gesture. This nonverbal display of boundless ambition and unshakable self-confidence left no room for doubt in his abilities, even among the most hopeless defeatists.
He promised 3, he's delivered 3. This week has been about the man who promised a hat-trick.
Behind the scenes, Lyles is a technical virtuoso, possessing a profound understanding of the intricacies of running mechanics. He collaborates closely with sports experts and scientists, all in pursuit of perfection and with a keen focus on achieving the highest level of performance. A month after his outstanding performance at the World Championships, he released a video sharing invaluable tips for aspiring champions, with the potential to significantly elevate the overall level of world-class sprinting. In this video, we'll reinforce his tips with scientific evidence.
The start is important, but it's not everything.
Statistically, most world and Olympic champions won their titles by surging ahead in the second half of the race because their goal was to win the final, not the start. Moreover, there is no point in trying to win the start, as there is always a bullet starter who will give everything they have in the first 30 meters, only to fade out of contention later in the race.
My biggest goal as a sprinter is to try and reach the 10-meter mark in 7 steps while being powerful and fast. You can't be overpowerful.
The initial 10 meters of the race proved to be the most energy-intensive segment, primarily relying on pure muscle power. It's important to note that muscles can only convert 50% of the energy into mechanical work, with the remainder dissipating as heat. This means that half of your effort in the first 10 meters is effectively wasted. Moreover, no matter how hard you try, muscles cannot contract any faster. This highlights the importance of not pushing too hard at the start, as being overpowerful results in expending significantly more energy without a proportional increase in speed. Therefore, it's a smart strategy to always get out slightly under full effort, focusing on precision and form.
You know, those first 10 meters was more about form and accuracy. Or 10 meters to 20 meters. And in this moment, I am trying to put as much force into the track as possible. I mean, this is where I'm going to accelerate. I'm really going to find that speed.
During the initial acceleration, the sprinter exerts force in a backward direction. But as speed increases, the applied force gradually shifts towards a more vertical direction. This shift reduces the reliance on muscle energy and promotes a greater contribution from tendons. Tendons, known for their remarkable efficiency, can return over 90% of the energy expended in stretching them. Therefore, when you reach the 10-meter mark, it's the right time to put more force into the ground in order to maximize the elastic rebound from your tendons.
After we get to 30 to 40, that 40-meter mark, now let's run. Now I'm only worrying about picking my feet up, forcing them to the ground, and the force that I put into the ground is going to spring my knee back up, as long as I keep good positions. I want my feet to be landing right underneath my hips.
According to the law of conservation of energy, energy can change from one form to another and be transferred between different objects. Therefore, the fastest people are those who transfer energy with the highest precision. The more precisely you strike the ground underneath your center of body mass, the less energy is wasted, and the more is returned to spring you forward. And as the free leg swings forward, it converts the vertical rebound into horizontal velocity, following the law of conservation of momentum.
Right about 70 meters is when you're going to find you're probably getting close to your top end speed. There is no going faster than your top end speed. You just want to either hold it or slowly descend down the ramp of what is top end.
When a sprinter reaches their top end speed, pushing harder leads to faster deceleration, because this excess effort results in muscular tension, causing the muscles to consume the energy reserves needed to maintain speed.
So now this is when you're going to see people dying out left and right. They're going to be fighting as hard as they can. I only need you to think, I'm exactly where I need to be. and I'm just going to continue what I have.
In sprinting, especially in the latter stages of the race, precision is more important than sheer effort. If you hit the ground with higher precision, striving for clean race execution, you will run faster.
Finally, you're gonna reach 90 meters, and this is where people throw everything they have out the window. They let go of form, they forget what their coach tells them when the race started, they forget what their training was about, but this is when you can be the most deadly. Because while they're all dying, you're gonna say to yourself, all I gotta do is exactly what I've been doing. Everybody else is gonna be trying and be using all this energy, and they're gonna be twisting from left to right, and their head's gonna go in the air and their feet are gonna go backwards.
The final 10 meters before the finish line represent the make or break moment where precision is the name of the game. While it might seem instinctive to lean forward in an effort to reach the finish line faster, the biomechanical truth is that this is a critical mistake. The fundamental issue with leaning toward the finish line is that it triggers faster deceleration, nullifying any potential benefits. But the problem begins much earlier, as sprinters naturally start preparing to lean, typically within the last 20 meters. This subconscious preparation disrupts their running form, compromising their ability to maintain a powerful sprint. Therefore, attempting a lean for the line inevitably involves taking several braking strides before the finish. Hence, running through the finish line, rather than attempting a perfect lean, is the quicker option. Excluding Sha'Carri Richardson, literally every high-profile sprinter in the world leans towards the finish line in close races, denying themselves a faster time and higher placing. Noah Lyles is right in emphasizing that you can have the biggest advantage in the final 10 meters if you prioritize race execution and just run through.